So here we are at the OneLogin portal. From here, we can access all of our applications. You can see in the top left-hand corner, I've got my own URL, and this will be customized to your particular company. So for example, pageandmedia.onelogin.com. See as well that we've branded up the portal to make it look familiar to your end users. So adding in your company colors, custom background, logos, etc. And from this front end, we can do a self-service password reset as well, allowing an end user to be able to manage the password themselves without having to call a service desk, therefore saving you and your end users both time and money. If I click on that Forgot Password button, we just enter a username. Throughout this demo, we're going to be using Rebecca, so we'll just enter a username now. And then we use our second factor of authentication to identify that it's us and to do a secure password reset. So we simply, in this case, are using OneLogin Protect, which is our own application, and it supports both Android and iOS devices. We've had a push notification through, which we've just pulled down, and I accept that, and that then is sent back to the system. I'm then presented with my password policy. We've got some other bits in the background too, such as password blacklisting, a compromised credential check, and dynamic password blacklisting, which uses the likes of our first name, last name, employee ID, and any other attributes that our admins want to blacklist. So I'll enter our new password now. And as we're using the Active Directory connector and Rebecca is provisioned from Active Directory, this password is written all the way back to AD, keeping all of our passwords in line. And when we come to sign in as Rebecca, we will check back to AD for that password as well. So we'll always consult Active Directory when it comes to a user sign-in. So we'll sign as Rebecca with her username and her password. And then, of course, to maintain security, we're also going to prompt her for a second factor authentication. I've already demonstrated that we use OneLogin Protect. If we open up the application itself, we can see we can use one-time codes. I'm going to simply just pull down and click Deny for now. And I'm going to show you that we can actually switch factors as well. So Rebecca herself is enrolled in 5 different factors. We can see we've got 2 different types of YubiKeys. We've got 3 instances of OneLogin Protect, one on an Android device, one on an iPad, and one on a generic other device. I'm going to use the YubiKey for now. I'm simply going to click on the flashing light that's on my YubiKey, and then I'm going to be allowed into my portal. From here, I can then access all of my applications. So we can see in here the likes of Office 365, we've got G Suite, Salesforce, and a few other familiar applications. If I click on Company Apps, that shows me all of the applications that have been granted access to. And this is specific to that user. They're only granted access and only shown those applications that they need. To access these, we simply just click once on the relevant tile, and then signed in using modern authentication into those applications securely. So that's 365. You can do the same with G Suite, and also something like Salesforce too. Now, when it comes to an end user making some changes to their own account, we can click in the top right-hand corner here and then click on Profile. And then Rebecca can make a few changes to her account. So she can add a telephone number in. If you're using SMS-based authentication, that becomes important there. We can change the language that the portal is displayed in, and an administrator can choose which languages are available for the end users. We can also change our password from here. So we can see down the bottom there, we've got our password policy. And to the right-hand side, we can see when the password expires and when it was last changed. We can very easily add new factors as well. And those factors are those that are available to us that have been made available by our administrators. We can choose which of our factors is primary. So if I wanted to make this particular YubiKey my primary device, that is the device that then is going to be prompted for when I first sign in. I can then choose to switch to a different factor should I wish to. I can also give these friendly names as well. So if I wanted to give this OneLogin Protect 1 a new name, I just click on Edit and then tick the tick and off we go. If I wanted to change my primary device again, I just simply click on the three dots, click on Set as Primary, and then that device is now our primary MFA method. The user can also look at their recent activity, so seeing when they last logged in, from where, the type of device, also looking at things like password changes, etc. So all of this is available for an end user to see. To get back to their portal, they simply just click on the icon in the top left, and then we arrive back at our portal to access our applications. We also have an extension that a user can use to access their app. So if they're on a different site somewhere else, they can very simply just click on this extension and use that to access their relevant applications. For example, if they wanted to go back into 365, we click on the 365 portal tile, and then off they are into